Hello and welcome to a new series of Visual Basic tutorials. Be sure to check the annotation at the top right corner to go to the playlist of all the tutorials. Today's tutorial is going to be a simple web browser. I'm using Visual Basic 2010 Express, but this can easily be done in 2008 or above. So we're going to want to go to a Windows Form application and give it a project name, anything suitable, so I'm just going to call it Simple Web Browser. You'll get your form. Now you want to make your form in a reasonable size, so I recommend setting it to 1024 by 768 for a suitable sort of size. It's a little bit cut off, but don't worry about that. I recommend doing it at that size because these days, especially with most websites, they'll have websites at least this resolution today. So anything below the web, it's going to be quite annoying having to use all the scroll bars to scroll not only vertically but horizontally. So first thing you want to do is go down to click on the form, the first form, and you're going to want to go to the text section and just call it web browser. I cannot type. And change the start position to just center screen. So now what you're going to want to do is you want to go down to your toolbox and you're going to want to get a panel, which is here. Drag that onto the form, go down to where it says dock in the properties panel and click the top like that. So we now have it docked to top. Just make it a little bit smaller like that. Of course you can change the background color of this. I'm just going to change it to just a slight darker grey so you can see it. Now you're going to want to add 4 buttons. So let's see, there's a button control there. Go ahead, 4 buttons there. Sorry if you can hear people in the background. Change this button to text panel property to back, and then you can just copy and paste this button. Did it by doing Control C, Control V. Oops, I accidentally pasted the panel there. There we are. So we have 4 buttons all like that in a row. They all say back, so obviously we want to go through and change the text panel property to forward, home, and refresh. So now you're going to want to go to the toolbox again and select a text box. Simply drag that out to roughly there, and you're going to want to copy and paste another button. So we've got 5 buttons in total, and this one will be called, or have a text that says go, like that. So we have 5 buttons and a text box. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to come down to your toolbox again and scroll down to a web browser and just drag that underneath the panel, and it should automatically fill up the rest of the remaining space. The URL property here, you can just set it as google.co.uk or anything you want to be the home page of the web browser. And then you want to go to the back button here, double click it. It will bring up the coding section of the form. So it have a private sub of when the button is clicked, we want it to go back. So we will type in web browser 1, which is what the web browser we just added is called. Dot go back, and then 2 brackets like that. Hopefully, if we've done it right, that should not come up as an error. Now with the forward button, double click that, and a similar function here of web browser 1 dot go forward, and then opening and closing bracket. Same with the home, double click on that, and it's going to be a web browser 1 dot go home, opening and closing bracket. Go back to your form, go to the refresh button, double click that, and then you want to type in with web browser 1 dot refresh, I think it is. Where is it? Yep, web browser 1 dot refresh, open and closing brackets. Ugh, can't speak today either. So yep, you always have to put, you don't have to put these opening and closing brackets, it will get filled out for you, but it just gets you used to typing them. Now you want to go all the way over to the go button. We're not going to do anything with this text box, no coding is required at all. Double click on the go button. Now this is a little bit more complicated, but not much. Web browser 1 dot navigate, open bracket, text box 1 dot text, close bracket, and then you can go ahead and save the project. Now all you simply need to do is debug it simply by pressing F5 or the little play button at the top, and we now have, if I move this into view of the recording area, as you can see we now have a simple web browser here which has launched us to Google here. So it's a proper and functioning web browser. As you can see here, it functions everything. It will go onto YouTube, it will play YouTube videos. It may be a little bit clunky at times, but you don't need to worry about that. As this was I was saying about making it the 1024 width, because as you can see YouTube just about fits on the width. If I make it any smaller, we have to scroll like that, and it just isn't practical. So now if I want to go back, I'll just click on back. As you see, it takes me back. Forward will take me forward, and then the home button will take me back to the home page, which is Google, which is what we've set here. It doesn't seem to be coming up. Oh, give it time. That URL property we set down there is the home page for it. So when you click on go home, it will go to whatever you specified there. And then if you want to go to, say, my blog, techiethomas.net, we push go. And as you can see, it takes me to the blog. Now you will get this error comes up a couple of times. Don't worry about that. Just click on yes. It's the it's just a little problem with the Visual Basic Internet Explorer framework. But don't worry about that. That's not your fault or anything. So thank you for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to like it, share it, comment on it. Let me know what you think. I will be doing an advanced web browser tutorial very soon. Thank you very much for supporting me. Go to my blog, techiethomas.net, twitter.com/thomascarteruk, facebook.com/thomasjcarteruk, Google+, obviously my YouTube page, which is what you're going to be watching now, hopefully. My email address is thomas@techiethomas.net. Enjoy the rest of your day.